see what they're going to look like. Anyway, I'll start unpacking them and we'll have a look. You do get some destructions. I've pretty much seen online how you do it, so we can refer to them later on if we need it. Welcome to One Grumpy Old Man and His Classics. So something a little bit different this week. Doing a little light upgrade to the garage, workshop, my happy place. I can be happy sometimes, not always grumpy. Anyway, some of you eagle-eyed viewers may have already noticed what I've done in here, so let's crack on with the video. May not be for everyone, but I just thought I'd show, you know, this is part of what I do. Okay. Time for a bit of a light upgrade in here, I think. I did buy these things, which I thought would be quite handy because you can change the angle of them and this type of thing. And initially, they did light up the garage quite well, but the ones at the bottom have both died. That one's completely died. This one's died altogether at the bottom, and I'm thinking, how long is it going to be before some of these start to die? So sadly, what I thought was going to be a nice easy lighting solution to the garage, it's okay, but it's time to change them. So I'll show you what I've got. I've ordered these. These are like a sort of a plug and go type thing. The reviews were good for them. So they're like tubes. You get 6 of them, and you can plug one into the other with supply cables. You get all the cables to link them together, or there's some adapters where you can make them double length. So I'm thinking, so I can spread them around the garage a bit, I can hopefully spread the light out. So there's 6 in total, so I'm possibly thinking of sort of going at an angle at the front, and then the other 4 going lengthways down that way, because I don't, that's my thinking. I'm not sure about how I want the light in this end, but I know I definitely want it straight down at either side. So I suppose all I can do is put them up, connect them up, and see what they're going to look like. Anyway, I'll start unpacking them and we'll have a look. You do get some destructions. I've pretty much seen online how you do it, so we can refer to them later on if we need it. So first 2 up, it's quite straightforward really. So like I said, I'm having the 2 at the front of the garage sort of pointing inwards, and then the other 4 are going to go the full length of the garage roof. So, and then you just keep connecting the next tube, then the next tube, and then the same around this side. So basically You get 2 of these clips per tube. I mean, the tubes are so lightweight, it's unbelievable. It's like all this modern LED. I want to say something else, but anyway. And time will tell how long these last. I mean, the reviews didn't say how good or bad they were in that respect, like life of the LEDs. But I suppose when you buy something, put it up, plug it in, it works. You go, yeah, it's all good. But time will tell. So, I'm gonna make sure the next one I put up, I put it up in a fashion where it'll be able to plug in. So it's quite clearly going to go, well, it could even go there actually. So I'm going to leave enough flex for it to screw in. And of course, assuming your joists are all the same level, you know, you need to make sure, if they're not, just pack them out a little bit with some washers under these little clips. I mean, because they're plastic and aluminium, these things, they're quite forgiving, but you don't want to over bend them. So the screws are, I wouldn't say the best, but they're going in okay on my joists. So, and I've decided not to over tighten these clips because it allows a small bit of flexibility to fit them. Now, because I'm talking, I can't multitask. Can't remember where I was going to put the next clip. Yeah, there. That one. I mean, I'm not measuring these to within a certain accuracy of where they're going, because it's only a garage. You know, as long as they're roughly in line and all that sort of stuff, that'll do. They don't have to be absolutely spot bollock straight, unless you've got an OCD problem. Right, so then let's clip that out first. They're clipping quite nicely actually. So you did need to change one. Might be that difficult. Alright, so I've got the tube round the right way, which I haven't. And of course, they unclip really easy, which is nice. So there we go. Right, put you back up there. A little bit. Yeah, that's clipped in. So it's just a case, just linking them all together. So you make a loop and then wire them into your electrics. Would like that wire. I don't like that loop. I've got nothing to pin it to. I don't want it to get caught on anything. So I think I'd like to go a bit further down. On further down this way. I'm just trying to think which is the best, because I can't go across that way when I get down that end, which I would like to have done. I might run out of room here with these tubes. Oh no. could afford to go a bit further forward on these ones. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go a bit further forward on these ones. There. There we go. And then I'm just going to unclip this one. Just move forward a bit forward there. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. That looks better. And then what I'm going to do, I think, I should have thought this out a bit better. I'm going to come inboard a little bit, I think, because I've got my bottles hanging up down there. So don't stop me going at an angle down there. I don't know. What am I doing? So, if I took that off, would it have been better there? Maybe. Yeah, maybe I should have come in a bit further. Just rest you on there so you're not hanging. So, just a little tweak. Maybe I should have got my tape measure out. Been a bit more technical. I couldn't be bothered. Already worked out roughly in my head where I wanted them. I'm going to just come inboard a bit here. Might just come along to that one. Change. Okay. And then that one. Let's bring that one in a bit. Be interesting to see how good these actually are. We've all got a different idea on our reviews, haven't we? But the 5-star is quite a high percentage. It was about like 79% 5-star, and then 4-star was quite high. There's a couple of 1-stars. I think somebody had a issue with one blowing or burning out, but you know, these have just looking at the well, it's got the CE sticker on it, so they are labelled up of sorts. You can only put 8 of these together in a row. Yeah, still not 100% happy with that. I could have gone a bit further forward actually. So I should have put one up there actually. All trial and error. All trial and error. Right, let's put the screwdriver. There we go. Anyway, I don't think you're going to want to watch me doing all these. So now I know where they need to go this side, I know where they need to go that side, so let me just put this one up. It needs to go. I'll just do this one and I'll just show you what I'm trying to achieve. I'm not, like I said, not over tightening these little clips. I'm just leaving enough slack for a little bit of movement, you know, if you ever knock them or a minute, should have, there we go. So there we go, perfect. So that's what I was trying to achieve. So this is nice and straight. I suppose what I should do is just put a little bit of batten across there and a couple of clips. I need a clip there anyway. So let's finish this off, get that one on, two down that side, so you can see it's not very time consuming. Fingers crossed they're going to give me the light output I want. Just make sure I pick up the right cable, plug it in the right end. Put another clip in there. I think once I get them up and test them, I think I am going to put just a little joist in between just to clip these up, so if I'm pulling stuff out of the rafters I don't catch them. But I don't think it'd be the end of the world if you did, because they quite easily unplug. So, and then put this one right there. Might have to move that. Let's have a look. So, and that's going to go right down to there. Yeah, that'll do. That looks good. Oops. I've got so much stuff in my garage. I need to have a bit of a clear out. So I'm hoping by putting the lighting on the outside rather than just directly down the middle, it'll give me a nice spread of light. But we'll see. That's going to have to move. Right, so before I even attempt to put that up, I'll have a little bit of reorganisation. So, see you in a minute. Last one to go up. So yeah, it's quite a comprehensive fitting kit and stuff. So you actually get these little end caps, so where your lighting ends and you're not going to connect another tube to, you can put these little caps on, which is easier said than done. I don't know, maybe there's some different types, hang on. Maybe there's some different shaped ones. No. Maybe it's to go on the other ends. I don't know. I don't seem to, these don't fit. They'll probably fit the other end. But that's the end I'm going to be using. Anyway, so you do get all sorts of connectors and in the kit. So let's put this last one up. Go down there for now. Let's split this one up. I'm just going to fit that in first before I clip that one in, because I need to get the right length so I can plug that in. Just slide it along a bit. There we go. Clip that one in. There we go. Right. So there we go. I didn't quite get that one in line. Let me I'm just going to put that one over there very slightly. I'm just going to move this over a bit because my inner OCD will eventually get the better of me. I'm just going to move that over just a tad. And then, happy, all nice and happy. Again, these clips, I'm not doing them mega tight because it just allows enough room for any inaccuracies in your joists. You know, you can clip in. There we go. How does that look? That's better. That's better. Right. So 6 tubes up to that side, running the length of the garage, and then the 2 at the front, not in a point, but they go in at an angle, because I tend to want more light this end than I do necessarily at that end. So I'm going to go and turn the power off to the garage, and then we connect it up. So I'll bring you a bit closer, but you get enough cables and joining cables and that. So if you wanted to say have 1 or 2 somewhere else and another 1 or 2 in a different place, and you've got different power supply points, then you know you get 6 of these, which one goes in whatever one you're gonna connect from, and this end that goes to the your power supply. So you get 6 of these, so you could put 6 individual tubes up with 6 individual power sources. They give you quite sufficient amount of cable, and of course you get 1, 2, 3, 4. You get 5 joiners, so you can link them all together. So let me go and turn the power off. I mean, it doesn't look too dark in here at the moment. Obviously got the garage door open. The test will be with the garage door shut. But let's give it a go. Oh yeah. I think I'm pretty pleased with that. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. Nice. So I've got nice even light all around the garage now, down both sides. Yeah, I'm happy with that. What I'll do, get the car in, shut the garage door and see what it's like without. I can take these things down now, which was a bit disappointing. These didn't last long at all really. I think they can go in the bin, so they can go for recycling. And you take that wiring down at some point. Don't leave that up there now. Get rid of these. Right. Oh yeah. I think time to get rid of some cobwebs, I think. It's a bit cobwebby up here. Do a bit of housework. Yes. Alright, so let's do the acid test with the door shut. I'll try that in a minute. So it's not completely dark yet, so still light outside, but yeah, I'm pleased with that. That's worked out well. Nice even light. I've got no dark spots or shadows in the garage now, so yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. Good result. So this is I've got a bit of an itch today. I've done a light upgrade in here. I've still got the old wiring up. Don't worry, it's not connected any longer. I just haven't taken it down. they were starting to fail, the 2 LED lights I had up there. I mean, I never knew, they were brilliant, but they just didn't stand the test of time, really. I did contemplate some of them fancy Carlos Fandango, I don't know what they call them, those fancy shaped LED lights. And I mean, this is only a single garage, so I just went for these tubes that are all interconnecting is what I meant to say. So first one starts here. Well, I say the first one, that's not right. So that's the first one there that's wired into the mains, and then as you can see there's a cable, so it jumps to that one, the next one, the next one over here, and the one just above my head is the last light. So there's 6 in total, and I chose to have the 2 at the front going diagonally rather than just run them all down the sides, 3 each side. And I think you'll agree, it lights up this little, I say little, it's about 8 foot wide, this garage, and it was 16 foot long, but I've added 3 foot to the front and 3 foot to the rear, so you know, still managed to fill it out with loads of treasure. I was going to say something else, but yeah, so there's all sorts of stuff in there, you know, all my bits and bobs and products and paints down there, and I don't know if you can see it, I've just got everything in here. How I've managed to get in here what I have got, and that ruddy great Jag, I never know. So anyway, you might not have enjoyed this video, you might not have even got this far, but if you have, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. See you on the next one. Bye.